It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1880, recorded Thursday, April 21st, 2022. Wiz on Wheels. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we're back in the studio. Dickie D heads to the New York Auto Show. I throw another gadget in the microwave, and your videos all next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now, and here he is, the warrior of gadgets, Dick DeBartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good, sir. And you, it's great to see you. I know. You called very early tonight, and when the gong went off, I said, this is Chad saying nothing will start.
Saying, I'm calling
Chad
you from a potato
early.
chip bag. I have nothing that will work.
Or he's calling early to say everything's back together, and I'm calling early to double check. Fortunately, It was the second one.
It was the second one. So I troubleshooted for a good 4 or 5 hours, and it was a bad hard drive is what killed the computer. I have the hard drive right over there. Luckily, it wasn't the... It was weird because it wasn't the C drive, which is, where the operating system is. It was just an extra one that I had. But that was causing everything. It caused super slowdowns. Like, I couldn't run recoveries. It was having all sorts of weird, it's a spinny drive. I was having tons of weird things. And so finally, once I ripped out that drive and I could plug it in and I could hear it, click, 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 click. It was making weird sounds. Ripped that thing out. Everything booted up great, which was fantastic. And then I had some other errors with like page files and stuff like that. So anyway, all of that worked out.
Ta-da!
Didn't need to get a new computer. Didn't need to get any of that stuff. So super happy about that. And so yeah, so that all worked in our favor, which was fantastic.
So tell us about your week off, your week working.
Yeah, exactly. My week, exactly. My week, Disney adjacent. So yeah, I went down to Florida. We recorded the show early so that I could head down to Florida last week. And I went to the Extra Life United and Children's Miracle Network Hospitals convention, and it was awesome. It was held in like the largest Marriott in the world. It's like the World Center Marriott in Orlando. And this thing is huge. It took 15 minutes to like walk to your hotel room. Because it was like down the convention hall, up the hotel elevator. It was like there's 18 towers. Like it was like a city in a hotel form. It was crazy. But it went well. They have a big gaming charity and gaming event, and all that went great. So very, very, very happy about that. In previous years, we've done like a live stream at the event, which was like to raise money. This year, it was really just archiving what was happening with the gaming tournament. So we didn't end up doing anything. I didn't kind of showed up. I was like, tell me what to do. And they're like, you don't have to do much. And I was like, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was great. It was very, very, very wonderful, as always. They throw a good event. So yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And tell me, gosh, first off, your shirt, is that the Wi-Fi symbol on your shirt?
Almost. No, I figure you wear T-shirts. I have so many T-shirts. This is an old-timey... yeah.
Like a ribbon microphone.
Yes, exactly.
For radio.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
From just the top, I thought it was a Wi-Fi.
No, it sort of looks that way. Yeah, here in town, I went to the auto show, and it's kind of fun because the Javits Center used to be the world's 17th largest exhibit hall, which was ridiculous for being in New York City. So they added 1.3 million square feet to it by adding 2 more floors to it and extending the building. And it was kind of funny because far less cars were exhibiting this year. So it was the only car show I've ever been to where several car manufacturers had a test track in their booth.
What?
Okay. Yes.
What?
So if you went to Ford and you want to try an electric Ford, just go over there because we have enough room for you to run the Ford around.
Oh my gosh. I'm
our
complaining it takes me 15 minutes to walk to my room in the hotel. You're like, it takes me 15 minutes to walk to another booth. I gotta go around this this track.
Yes, the convention center, actually it's way better now with the expanded room. But I shot some pictures walking around, and we can look at them. This is from DocGo. They're an ambulance company, and I walked up to the guy and said, "You're not going to tell me that thing could fly, right?" Because he said, "No. One day we hope to get something that can make it fly, but you're right. It's to show what might be possible." So, and also I assume I don't know how you would get it. I think the ambulance has to be put on a truck and brought to an area where there's tons of snow to use
those tracks look scary on.
Don't they?
Can't imagine them on a normal road.
No, exactly. Okay, next. So this was So Jammer B, John Selena he said, "Oh my God, that's my next car." Oh. So it's the Volkswagen Bug, and it's going to be all electric.
Wow.
And the woman at the booth said that it's already on the roads in Europe, but it's not scheduled for United States till 2023. But it's pretty nice looking.
Golly, yeah. I hope they do some like old school stuff where you have it be a camper, get the extended top, like the old buses. You know what?
It's very funny because when Jammer B, I showed these on the Giz Wiz last week, and Jammer B said that he has been following this and found out that it might not be until 2024. There's going to be a California version that is going to be made for campers.
That is great.
So he said that's what he's going to hold out for.
That is so cool. Are those trays or are those iPads?
I think they're iPads.
Trays. Okay, cool. Yeah. Gosh, that's beautiful. I'm loving the electrification of all these vehicles because I feel like at the same time they're electrifying them, they are refining them and bringing them up to like modern standards of like, okay, I want a few extra bells and whistles for this, and this. That is really cool.
Pretty neat. Next is, this is from Toyota, their mobility exhibit. This is a pretty spiffy looking, I guess, wheelchair.
Yeah.
And behind it are those places that they use to deliver luggage or in hotel rooms. I was in one hotel room where they have you been in a hotel room?
I haven't yet. You'd think that with all my
I think it was the Marriott where you come out your door and you see this thing coming down the hallway.
That is so funny.
And it stops in front of a door. And then I believe your phone rings that there's a robot at your door. And then you take out the food or the clean towels, whatever you needed. So these were just new things that Toyota is working on. So that's pretty neat.
That's cool.
And then, this was the first time I've seen a place to try out electric bikes and electric scooters.
Oh.
So you would go in and sign a release, and a lot of companies had their bikes and their scooters there, and then you could try them out. So that was unique.
Yeah.
And by the way, the car show runs through this Sunday in case you happen to be in New York and happen to be watching. So it's at the Javits Center. And then any idea what This is
Oh, is it a? Gosh, what was that car that? I think Elon Musk had one. Is McLaren? Is this a McLaren?
McLaren. There is a McLaren, a Lotus.
This car specifically,
No.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Is it a gas car? It looks like a gas car.
It is a gas car. And the funny thing is, I'm thinking, wow, that is a futuristic looking thing. And then I took a picture of the label, and you find out that it is a 1991 Jaguar. And there are 28 left that still run.
Wow.
And there are 3 yellow ones that still exist, and this is one of those 3.
That's the Jaguar logo? I would have never known.
It is the first carbon-made vehicle for the road, carbon fiber.
Wow. That looks so slick.
Ranger Rick said Jaguar. Yeah, so it's pretty neat, isn't it? For 90, what was it again? The year, I forgot the year already.
91.
91. So what is 91, 2000? What? 21 years old? That was
like, I'll buy it now. That looks great.
Yeah, pretty spiffy looking.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, pretty neat stuff.
The car show. So how many gadgets did you happen to get? Because
you know what? It's interesting.
As much car show as we can get.
No, there are no gadgets at the car show. Never. Boat shows have boats and then gadgets. Car shows, at least the car shows I've gone to, do not have car gadgets.
Because it's all about the cars. It's
all about the cars, exactly. Right. So Dennis didn't go, but Larry Gerson, who does videos for us when Dennis is unavailable, went around with me. And here's the first thing that we saw, also from Toyota, and it's the 2023 BX4X.
Dick DiBartolo of the Giz Wiz and Mad Medic's writer.
One of those new mics, too.
The auto show. And look at the first ever 2023 BZ4X. I mean, how do you name a car that? Anyway, it's from Toyota, okay? And this is the first showing. And it's an electric car, okay? But the thing is, our cameraman, Larry, brought a can opener with him. So we are going to show you a view of this car no one else at the show can see. We'll be back in a minute before the police get here. And this is what we did with the can opener. Ta-da!
Wow!
Have you ever
must have taken some
seen
time.
An electric car like that?
And then I discovered this.
Oh, it's transparent. There we go.
It's transparent.
It's a magic trick.
Okay, so this is the BZ4X, and I'm going to read off here. So 2, that's the electric supply unit there.
Oh.
3 is called the front axle.
Have you ever
not
heard
axle,
this term?
Axle, which is the power control unit, the motor generator, and the transaxle.
That's what they call it.
Then 4, these are the batteries. Okay, the traction batteries are 4. 5 is the actual cells. 6 over there, the blue things, that's cooling.
For the batteries.
7 is the rear axle.
Again, EAXLE.
And then 8 is just a frame. And then number 1 is the charging port, okay? So the charging port is right here. And some electric cars are coming along with a really neat little innovation where you can switch to power out. So if there's a blackout, your electric car can run your house.
I want that.
That's pretty neat.
I really want that.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It's pretty neat. So I've just a couple of things about it. Starts at $42,000. Okay. Even though it's 2023, the woman said there are a couple on the road, but not many. And it'll be shipping to some selected states. normally from talking to other people, they ship them to the states where it's warm, so they don't have to worry about bad weather. It uses a new Toyota global architecture platform, and Toyota shares their cars with, someone had it in the chat room earlier, I forgot, a second manufacturer. Driving range up to 252 miles with front wheel. Subaru, I guess. And up to 228 for four wheels. And this is interesting. I don't know if your Tesla came with this. Every 2023 BZ4X comes with 1 year of complimentary unlimited charging at over 800 public charging stations currently available, and level 3 fast charging. Do you know about level 3?
Nice. Yeah, level 3 is like above 240 volts?
It's 360 volts charging.
That's crazy. That is
don't put your
crazy.
finger in that socket.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll die fast. Very fast.
Yes, exactly.
Just like the charger.
DC fast charging is the quickest way to charge. Currently only available in public charging stations, and only available, it says, for the BZ4X at this time. So I don't know if they mean of all cars or just of their line, but it's pretty neat.
I like it. I like it a lot. I am so excited about extra car companies getting in to the electric space, because it really, rising tide raises all boats, whatever that phrase is. I am just so excited about it, because right now, in my opinion, the biggest thing that Tesla still has over all those other companies is the charging network. It's just, the Tesla charging network is insane and so good, and it's not broken, and you get to a charger and it's working, and there's, it just is amazing. And when I've watched other content creators review electric cars, the charging network is always the biggest pain point. And so basically that means taking a road trip can become very painful. Now at your house, you don't even need, level 3 charging or whatever, because you're going to plug it in overnight. And so from your home to where you work and all that stuff, oh my gosh, electric cars are the most convenient cars in the world. It's just when you need to make a long road trip that it becomes kind of a headache.
Do you have to go to a Tesla charging site?
So I don't have to, but I definitely want to.
Okay.
I can, with the Tesla comes with an adapter. I can go to any charging spot. But the Tesla chargers are faster, they're maintained, they're just way better. And I would, from videos that I've seen of say MKBHD, he did a test of 3 different electric vehicles. They ran into broken chargers 3 times. And anytime that I stop at a place that has an EV parking spot, and I can charge while I'm waiting, half the time they're broken.
Oh wow!
And it just the charging network is the biggest key at the moment.
It is, yeah.
But now here's the thing: is that it's a normal person really doesn't have to use those charging networks. If you live in a home, or have the charger in your garage, that sort of thing. Anyway, so what I'm trying to get at is the more cars that they sell, Toyota's selling cars, B&W's selling cars, the more cars they sell, the more it makes sense to have either a third party or one of these companies make a charging network that makes sense and that works. And also, right now, you kind of have to have your own home or be able to convince your apartment to install a charger just for you. And the more prevalent that these electric cars become, it seems like it will just make sense that apartments need to offer this infrastructure to people. Out of the 30 parking spots we have, 5 of them are electric car charging. That sort of thing. So yeah, I'm very, very excited about other companies getting into this space, and it can really only just help everything. So
Okay.
this looks like a sweet car too. Also, Tesla's like build ethos and quality and kind of like everything's very minimalistic. Some people just don't like that. And looking at the interior of these cars, I mean, this is like a car, you know? Sometimes Tesla can get true criticism for how simple and basic their interiors are. And also the build quality has gotten some rightful criticism as well. So this is exciting. I'm very, very excited about more electric cars. Cool. And 45 isn't that bad.
Now here's a brand new car company with some really far out ideas. It's called Indi One EV, electric vehicle. And I took some pictures, and I took some pictures from their website and described some of the ways they want to be different.
Okay.
One of the most unusual cars at the auto show was the Indi EV, or the Indi One, INDI 1. So they didn't talk too much about the car, but the uses of the car, okay? One of the spokespeople said, so the busy executive is leaving his desk, but he's in the middle of a job. So assuming he's the passenger, he gets in his car. He has 2 monitors so that he can continue working on the job just the way he left it in the office. So notice that the driver just says, I said, is that an iPad? And she said, no, people think it's an iPad or a tablet. It is what the driver has for their dashboard. So that's what the driver has, but the passenger has 2 screens. Now, the weird thing happens in the back seat. This is the regular back seat, but if you're a game player, you can order the VR setup. So in this artist conception, we see 3 people playing video games, the 2 people in the back seat and the passenger in the front seat. What's unique about this is their software takes the motion of the car and integrates it into the video game. So I said, if the car turns left, he said, yes, then whatever happens in the video game, that goes left too. And we have found that people who get sick playing VR games do not get sick when the entire car motion is integrated. This is something else very weird. You can use your car to generate revenue from it just by turning your car in every day. You receive a share of transaction fees from activity on the blockchain. They did not mention this at the show, and I totally do not understand it. Okay, so if you're interested in it as a car, these are a few features of the Indi One. And we can go into pricing here. I'll do a close-up of that. So standard's $45,000, premium $69,000. Notice estimated delivery date Q2 2023. It's at least a year away, but they told me 12 to 18 months away. You can reserve one, I think, for $100. I saw that on the website, the $100. I hit that button and nothing happened. That's it. Indi One.
You lost me at blockchain.
I did not understand that.
So from what it seems like is your car could mine on their blockchain, which would be like any alternate coin, like any there's a million of them. There's a million other coins that want to be like Bitcoin or Litecoin or any of that stuff. And so my guess is that they have made a coin and that your car could mine that coin, and that is just, you've lost me.
I don't know.
Like, stick to making cars. If you're going to make a car, stick to making cars. This is completely.
Yeah, it seemed they were very excited at the booth. I mean, I just thought, all right, but it just seemed. Also, it seems to be an electric car that no one's heard of. It must be hard to break into that market. That would be
Yeah.
my guess, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, I would say at the level that they are at, like just looking at their website, this is totally my opinion, this is like a daydream. Like this is like they've built a prototype and they're looking for investors and they're hoping that they can get this up and running. Like this it seems like vaporware. Like it just doesn't seem
Okay.
real to me. So yeah, like I don't. I don't want to be a naysayer because
No.
company.
It just seemed, yeah.
There's
It
car
just
like
seemed
when I saw Rivian, like I thought kind of like, okay, talk to me when you've made a few cars, and luckily they have. So Rivian
Ford
is
put a ton of money into them, right?
exactly, and
Did
so I
Ford
kind
buy
of feel
them,
like they're at that step where they're needing a ton of money to really
Right.
get the thing up and running. So yeah, so.
Yeah. No, when
kinda how I
somebody
feel about
says it's 12 to 18 months away, I'm not sure about that.
Right. Kind of cool. The VR thing is very interesting. That you would use the motion of the car to transmit that into the helmet, so that I guess it would move along with you, because that technology does not exist. Like
No.
if you did VR on a boat, you would be sick in a second, because
Yeah.
the VR thing is the only thing, the image has to match what your body is doing.
Yes.
And right now the way to do that is this is down, right? And so if your floor is moving at the same time, there's like no way that's going to work out. So yeah, they'd have to overcome that hurdle. But yeah, pretty cool.
Anyway.
I like the interior with the dual screen, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Although I don't know, does someone want to work that hard? Anyway. And finally, we're going to do a gas vehicle from Mercedes.
Ooh.
And it's this. The famous logo.
Mercedes.
Logo.
And what I like about it is it's roomier than most, because most cars you can't stand in. Some cars have a vented roof. This one has a fan system. And this is convenient.
Whoa.
No P-stops because you have your own head. Little galley, stove, refrigerator down under here, microwave, and sink. And then for the kids, I assume this turns into a bed. Room for 3. This is the ideal way to go tailgating. I mean, you don't even forget the football game. Just go out in this. And you don't even have to go to the football game because you have your own flat screen TV and sound bar from Bose, no less, built right in. Okay, so we'll find out the name of this, and for last, we'll find out the price. And a gas detector. Wow, smoke detector.
Smoke detector.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, keep in mind the price. This is a big guy. This is 24 feet long, a ton of space behind the seats. This is their video, and it's built on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. And then they actually, in their video, the refrigerator show you it's a refrigerator, the sink, the stove. Bathroom has a sink, a commode, and a built-in shower. And the rear seats convert into a decent-sized double bed, as you can see there. And then I'm going to ask, what do you think the retail price is?
Oh, I can afford that.
Almost 218. Oh my God, Matron, grab it. He guessed 225,000. Pack
That
NW
is
is
so
pretty
funny.
close.
Oh,
179.
you're telling me it's not $1,200? I was hoping.
Oh,
Price per month
that
for
would be good.
240 months. I can't count that high.
Wow. That's more than a year, isn't it?
That's a long time. I 52, 240 divided by 52 is what?
Oh, you know what?
Four
Only a
and
quarter of
a half years.
Only $250,000 is Chumley. Oh, I should point out because someone said Class B. All right, so I had to look it up on Wikipedia because all through their website they keep referring to it as a customized Class B motorhome. What is a Class B motorhome? Small, streamlined, ready to go, more fuel efficient than a Class C motorhome. Class B motorhomes have a lot of living space for small groups, and Class B motorhomes do not have extensions that open up. I don't know if you've seen those trailers where when they get to the trail, the walls open up, the roof, the pop, it becomes a 3-story building. So anyway, Class B motorhomes are sort of self-contained. A Class A motorhome is built on a chassis like a bus. So driving a Class B motorhome is more like driving a van, although 24 feet, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
I think, isn't it?
I mean, bigger than, just looking at it, that's going to take some wide turn. Now, you would need a different license for Class B?
Oh, I don't know. That's interesting.
Driver's license? Because, I think I'm ready to... A Class B authorizes an individual to drive a single vehicle with a gross weight of something.
Oh, it depends on the gross weight?
So I guess... No, standard license, apparently.
Oh,
I think it requires...
okay.
Wait. Well, the Giz 289 says standard license. Maybe I should say how to get a Class B.
Motorhome license.
Yeah. License. How do I apply? Apparently you just apply. Number 1, apply in person. 2, present your paperwork and proof of your identity. 3, present proof of residency. That's it. You just say, I want it. That's the thing you
Show
do.
Proof of having $218,000.
Can you drive it? I'm not sure. They're good enough. Here you go. There's your license. I'm sure there's more. But no definitive answer that I can easily Google.
Okay. Oh, I don't think anybody in the chat room is going to run out and buy one. And
No.
it's a 6-cylinder diesel is the power for that. But it's a Mercedes.
Sprinter vans have become very popular. I feel like some millennials are buying them just for their home. That's just how they live. Is in these Sprinter vans. YouTubers and stuff have done that style of video.
Well, they carry a lot of stuff.
A ton of stuff.
Yeah. And no hotel room, right? You could go out shooting video and stuff with this.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, something I saw, this is a little extra. Well, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know if we should do this or anyways, just something I saw that we may want to take a closer look at later. DJI, the makers of all of the drones.
Sure.
Came out with, I think this was last week I saw this, a mic. Remember these you were just using one, so similar.
Oh,
They have a mic system, like what we've been covering, but it's all, all integrated in. It's crazy. They saw the market and jumped in.
Interesting.
On these mics. And one thing that I thought was interesting.
What is the cost?
Here, let's go see. I think that each mic also records. It's $330.
Is that just for the mic, or is that for the whole system?
I think that's for the whole system. You get the charging case, you get the receiver, and two transmitters. But it looked like the mics also recorded a local copy of whatever it's recording, which is kind of neat.
Oh.
So you got the wireless copy and the local copy.
Oh, that is interesting.
So yeah. Anyway, something we may want to look at in a future gadget segment. So
very nice. Very good.
with that.
So Larry Gerson, thank you very much for your help at the Javits Center.
Love it.
And that brings us to
You know you don't need
an
it,
actual
but you might want it at
video, unlike last week.
Crappy Corner. Get it.
Okie dokie. We are back with another microwavable gadget. Here's the gadget, but I recorded a video about it, so let's take a look at the video before I dive in deeper. Hey Dickie D, so we are back at it with another gadget for the microwave, and it must be microwavable. And today we are taking a look at the Cool Caddy. Safely remove hot plates / bowls from the microwave. And this looks actually really, really good. And I had kind of seen a few ways to maybe pick up a hot bowl from the microwave, but a lot of them were cloth based. And so I didn't like that because a lot of times whenever I have soup or whatever, it will spill out. And I didn't really want to have to go and wash something that was like made out of some type of cotton material. And so that's why I was aiming for this. And so it says it's designed to catch spillovers and keep microwave clean, holds from 5.5 inches to 10.5 inches, plates and bowls up to 9 pounds, and it can be used in the dishwasher, which I'm excited about. Let me see everything else. It's all the same stuff on the other side. So we can go ahead and open this up, take a look. Very simple, made in China, for microwave oven use only. I wonder how many people put this into a normal oven before they had to print that up there. Anyway, so this is my standard bowl, and it looks like it goes in there and it doesn't touch the bottom. So it's just the plastic that is keeping it elevated. But as you can see, that would create a pretty nice seal to keep any spillover of soup or whatever inside of the bowl if it was to bubble over. So let's head over to the microwave. I'll probably just microwave just plain water just because I don't want to waste a soup or something. And let's see how it handles inside the microwave. Okay, so I actually have already boiled some water just so that it won't take that much time. So one of the cool things about this is that it actually does have handles. And so picking up even something like this is already hot. And I'm putting it all the way up to the edge so we can get some spillover. Is it already has handles, which is actually really nice to now put this into the microwave, just like so. My bowl's a little crooked, but there you go. So now we can just set this to start, and we'll see how much it spills over. As you can see, my soup of water is boiling, and it will actually spill over. You can kind of see a little bit of it on the Cool Caddy there. And so now, if this was say like a tomato-based soup, bummer, I don't want to clean that out. So this will hopefully catch a lot of that. So we can go ahead and stop it now.
That's nice.
So there is the hot soup. It is steaming up quite a lot. Oh my gosh, I think it's getting the camera. And I can see it did spill out. And now with these handles, I don't even have to grab the hot bowl. I can just pull this right out. Now, I'm not sure if it is my bowl or not, but there is some water. It's a little hard to see, but there is water there from the gap between the bowl and the Cool Caddy. So it wasn't perfect. It's not a perfect cleanup for me. Now, I did kind of go extreme and let it boil for a long time. And here is my hot soup. And it did get some on the caddy. It is steaming quite a lot. I hope that you can see all that steam coming off of it. But there you go. I actually really like this. This feels very, very sturdy. Whoops, I'm spilling the soup everywhere. It feels very sturdy, and this is this is just normal plastic this is room temperature. Obviously, this is super duper hot. So I think it worked. And
you don't make a very hearty soup. I must admit
right.
that.
I needed some extra protein in my diet.
Yeah.
So super something. I
Actually,
really like this, and
This is pretty good because dish is
Yeah.
on the bottom if you forget about it. Wow.
exactly. And I wish, and I meant to actually bring a plate up here, but it can handle plates too. So this is sturdy enough that you could put a plate, you could put a different size bowl. The only thing I could see it not working with is in the past I had like square bowls, and so that probably wouldn't work that great. But I am personally going to keep using this because it makes it getting in and out so much easier into the microwave. Now I have some bad news though, and that is that in between me buying it, it arriving, and reviewing it, it is now currently unavailable on Amazon. It has 222 reviews, but sorry folks, you cannot buy this gadget. It is not buyable currently. I believe that it might have been available on Walmart's website. So let me see if I can find that.
Don't worry, Scooter X will have it in a minute.
So find the 5.
How much was it when it was available?
So let me actually go back and see because
I'm guessing $10 to $12.
I'm not signed in over here, so let's double check.
Okay.
It ended up costing me $17.71. $17.71. So yeah, so it's probably rounded around $20. And whatnot. So I'm very, very happy with it. I just wish that I could recommend a place for y'all to buy it somewhere. This is going to be our next Kickstarter gadget. Is what we need. Similar with a splatter lid too, says Sims to Rachel. So, yeah, here it is. This is a 2-pack. So similar, has your little handles on the side. But, and it's inexpensive, $13. You get 2 of them. And it collapses. I should have reviewed this. I could have washed fruits and then served it. Oh my gosh, this was the gadget I should have used the whole time.
Wow.
So here's a similar gadget. Hopefully they'll come back in stock. But Cool Caddy is the name of this. And it feels like it was like an actual gadget. Sometimes I get gadgets and they don't feel real. It feels like someone just ordered a ton of these and immediately put them on Amazon. This one had like a thing. Anyway, you could try to 3D print one. Pack and W asked if I could 3D print one. I don't think that PLA or ABS would hold up. Maybe PLA would definitely not hold up. ABS I haven't worked with that much, so maybe I would be dubious of 3D printing one of these. So there you go, the Cool Caddy. I hope that you guys can get it soon because I actually really love this gadget and will continue to use it. With that,
Excellent.
let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Our email is from Joe Aiello, who writes, I wasn't going to send in anything about my new 3D printer since it's more of a hobby device than a plug and pray.
It is.
But you mentioned a new Anchor model in your One Weird Show, so I thought I'd share my new toy, and this is it.
Hey, Dick D. Hey, Chad. Watching your blow-up video, and you were mentioning a brand new 3D printer while I was playing with my new 3D printer bought a couple weeks ago. This is actually a Creality Ender 3. Purchased it at Micro Center with a half-off coupon for just $100, and ever since then I've been busy printing all these little accessories, all the things that go along with every 3D printer, multiple colors. You can barely see the purple there, and as you may have seen, the printed out tool holder I have. And what I'm doing right now is trying to assemble all of these little pieces to build a mount to get decent time lapse, because what you may see in the background are just old time lapses from a cell phone and a car mount stuck to the desk. So I want to get this set up so it's a much nicer looking type of time lapse. So let me put you on pause for a little bit and see if I can't get this contraption working. Okay, and it's printing away. I've got my little contraption hooked up so the camera's now mounted in front of the printer. You can see some USB holders I've printed in the past, different colors. And now I'm just waiting for it to print out this shelf for, well, this ultimate drawer system, which I'm going to use to stack all sorts of things. That's the first thing people usually do with their printers. They just print all sorts of helpful little cleanup organizers for around the house. I've already done the mug holders. They're up above the cabinets right where I need them. Some of the little helpful handles, little caliper stands. But all in all, probably the best $100 I've spent for a pro level printer. And I've already spent probably $70 on filament. Not that I've used it all, but can't wait to print out my multicolored dragon. Thanks, guys. Bye.
That is, you got a deal.
I know.
Deal.
$100.
Yeah. And the Ender 3 is that's like that. So one of the things I mentioned when we were talking about the Anchor 3D printer is the community. If there's a community around a printer, it helps a lot, because if you need to know like what type of G code to use this thing, or maybe you buy an accessory that goes along with it, like maybe you got BL Touch or something like that, man, the community is there for you and they can tell you what to do. And the Ender 3 has a huge community around it. Great buy. You made a great decision. Here it is on Amazon, $190, and that's still an amazing price.
And it got good. Look at 61, almost 6,200 reviews.
Yeah.
And it got like 4.5 stars, it looks like.
Yeah. Also, I have some recommendations for you. Is if you're trying to get good time lapses of prints, there's a platform, I guess, called Octoprint. Octoprint, I believe you run it on a Raspberry Pi, and it will not only manage your printing, but you can hook up a webcam to it and it will take great time lapses. And one of the things that it does is it'll inject G code into your thing. So after it finishes a layer, it'll like move your print forward, and then that's when it snaps the photo so that it literally looks like your print is just like coming out of nowhere, because it'll move the print head out of the way and then it'll take the photo for the time lapse and then keep going. So Octoprint is something you may want to look into. And it manages all sorts of stuff. It has a whole web interface, so you could go like to the IP address of the Octoprint and like start warming your print bed, or get the nozzle up to the perfect temperature and whatnot. So Octoprint is pretty cool, and especially if you're into time lapses, which you're making that armature for the webcam or whatever. Octoprint is a cool little addition.
Great. So, he just adds on, the difference between the Anchor and mine reflects the cost of the add-ons people buy over time. My $200 print is the same as the 420 version, but doesn't have the extras bolted on. So it's pretty neat. I'm going to put Joe's entire letter in the show notes. So Joe, that is really great. And that is great. Really up.
Of course.
Scooter found it.
Scooter X found it. On AliExpress. This is the Curality Official. So I have to go find the one that's the cheap price. Some of these come with extra heads and some filament and stuff. Where is it? But
they're still all...
after discounts. All like $110. So I don't know what these discounts are. What are these discounts? Store discount, $10. Store coupon, $5. So I guess it could be $92 after these store discounts. That's nice.
Wow.
So there you go. Free shipping. Estimated delivery 2 to 7 days. This is the best store I've ever seen on AliExpress.
No, that can't be.
What is this? Holy moly.
It says via FedEx, and that's free?
What? We found the best store on AliExpress. I'm trying to find the cheapest option. $12.55. This one is $92.40. Yeah, I only save a few cents. Apparently, get the biggest one. These discounts are insane. Oh, my God.
Did it have reviews? So, like someone saying, "I never got my print."
It says it only says 14 orders, which seems low for the official Curality store. If it is, in fact, the official Curality.
Don't have any reviews at all,
How
right?
do I get to the store page? Oh, yeah, this may not be official. But still, look, AliExpress, Alibaba has stuff in place if you never receive your stuff.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, your money is like in it's like PayPal, where you can like dispute stuff and get your money back and whatnot.
Right. Wow, that's amazing.
That is amazing. That is really cool. Yeah, what is this? Shop, blah, 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 blah. It's weird. Yeah, this store is a little suspect, but
I think so.
if it's real, that's pretty cool.
It's damn cool.
Yeah.
Let's call it like it is.
That's
wow.
very neat. Oh man. Well, great video. Love. I'm a 3D printing guy. I love that stuff. So, what happened to the 3D printer that was on the shelf? It's just I kind of moved all my 3D printers into one room, so they're all in a line. So it's just in my 3D printer room.
Chad was printing a new computer in case he needed it.
I was trying to 3D print some hard scotch too to take. The Micro Center. Wait. Another development here. Another development. Sims to Rachel. The Micro Center deal is still available. What? I'm looking at this right now.
Oh,
Flick
it is.
deals. So do you have to go in person? I have a Micro Center. I'll buy a $100 printer. Okay, directions. Sign up here. Send my coupon. No. What?
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Well, people should do this. That's incredible. I'm telling you, the Ender 3 is very popular. I think I have an Ender 3. I forget which one I have now. I'm like, what do I even own? Didn't I say last episode I have an Ender 3? For some reason cannot think right now. But yeah, that's great. Anyway, if you're thinking about getting a 3D printer, that is a steal. That is really, really great.
Yeah, amazing.
Okie dokie. With that, let's move on to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters
Now, Roger Sperry writes, very short, I have a new chair for Chad. Chad, here's a Minecraft chair.
What? Whoa. So I have a confession to make.
Yes?
I own this chair.
Oh my gosh. What makes it a Minecraft chair? Just the graphics?
Just the graphics. Yeah, totally. Just the graphics. So they actually sent me this chair. I feel very guilty about it because I haven't even opened it up. I have a very unique problem, is that I have too many gaming chairs.
I see. And only one butt.
Exactly. There's only one butt and too many gaming chairs.
Okay.
Alienware very generously sent me 3 gaming chairs. Then the Extra Life charity that I raise money for, if you raise enough money, it's just part of their, if anyone raises enough money, you got a chair last year. So I got a chair from them. And then Minecraft sent me this chair. I just haven't had space. So I have this chair. It's still in a box. It looks
do they
really
come
cool.
assembled? Like, do you have five shipping crate size things?
It's all, they fit it all in one. In fact, Secret Lab is the people who make this, and my Alienware chairs are Secret Lab. And so, yeah, what the back is separate and kind of laying on the seat, and then this post is separate. So it all fits in one box. I don't know if I can. Oh my gosh, that actually scared me.
What?
It had some animation when I clicked it. That was creepy.
That is right.
So that little plastic piece is where the bolts go to bolt in the.
Oh,
so
I
there's
see.
some
I
assembly
got it.
required.
Yeah.
And then the bottom piece is bolted on. So you'll bolt it all together, and then it'll all work. But just like this video shows, you can lean this thing back like crazy. I mean, it is a very comfortable chair, and especially for gamers who are sitting at their chairs for hours. They're just great. They really are awesome.
What do they retail for?
Expensive. $600.
Oh my gosh!
Very expensive. Here we go. Choose
Oh
your
my-
size. So recommended, that's 519.
Oh my gosh!
I want the Minecraft. Yeah, we got the Minecraft. That's some extra cash
Oh.
for that.
Oh.
You want specialty rests or anything like that? You want some perfume? No, fabric
Oh my-
cleaner?
God.
Yeah. Oops, it's not even on the screen. There you go. $614.
$14. Wow.
Yeah. I have a fortune in gaming chairs.
Yes. You could sell them and buy a new electric car.
Like $2,000 plus in just gaming chairs.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
They're very nice. I mean, they're very nice things to have. So yeah.
And yet he
thanks for sending that
stands for
over.
the Giz Wiz.
Right. Oh, look, here's Scooter X has the cheap option. If you need a cheaper Minecraft chair.
Oh, okay.
There we go. $80. Way less
$80.
expensive. And I'm sure you can get some work done.
Non-adjustable.
Yeah, there's no lumbar support. In fact,
No.
it actively hurts your lumbar, but it's there. If
However,
need
you
it.
can fold it up and use it as a green screen if you stick it behind you.
That is so funny. Okie dokie. Thanks for the letter. Oh my gosh.
Roger, yeah, thank you, Roger.
Oh, we should say we forgot to mention how people can send in videos. So how can people send in
Yes.
their videos?
Okay, a video, anything to do with a gadget, okay? It can be a new gadget, a gadget you just bought and love, gadget you just bought and hate. And we especially love if you have an old gadget in the cellar, the attic, a closet, that is, the tech is so old, it's laughable. We love those videos. And you can't throw it out because when you bought it, it was state of the art and cost a bundle. But basically, a gadget, anything, just make a little video, use your phone, horizontal plane, just make sure we can hear you and see the gadget. You can be in it if you want. You don't have to be in it. Just a voiceover is good. And 1 to 3 minutes. Put it up on YouTube. You can click on listed if you just want people with the URL to see it. And send us the URL, mail@gizwiz.tv. Okay, mail@gizwiz.tv. And I believe that was our last new video from Joe. So if you've never sent in a video before, do it. And if you have before, why not? Send in another. Okay, mail@gizwiz.tv.
Do it now. And I want to say a big thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/GizWiz. Thank you guys so much for your support of the show. You guys are awesome. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for supporting our show. If you want to give back, please consider giving back over at patreon.com/GizWiz. Or you can head on over to gizwiz.tv click on the Patreon tab at the top of the website right there. And there you'll be taken to a big old banner you can click, or you can give via PayPal right down here. Speaking of GizWiz.tv, that's where we record the show live. There we are, live. Here, we gotta wave to the live people. And then hopefully we'll have some footage over here. There we go. There we are live.
Wow.
Like I said.
Look at that.
And there's the chat room hanging out. So please, if you want to watch the show live, do so over at GizWiz.tv. We're live just about every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time, going on into infinity here. So hope you enjoy it. If you miss anything live, you can see the shenanigans after the fact in our recent episodes area, or you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed. We are there. Thank you guys so much. I don't think we have anything else to say. Oh no, what the heck is it? Head on over to gizwiz.biz. That's Dickie D's website where he writes up articles about all of the gadgets that we cover on the show. So if you're wondering, what the heck was that? What were y'all talking about last episode? Where do I get a link over to that other crummy broom that didn't work? How do I find that? Gizwiz.biz. That's the place to go. While you're there, play What the Heck Is It? And this is it, the whole gadget. And I'm sorry to say, I know what this is. Yeah. At the auto show, they had that nice electric bike area, and this is made the electric bike wheels. So they just punch those right on out. You got your electric bike wheels. They look nice and fancy. That's what this is. Sorry to give it away. But if you think you know what it is different than me, get a guess on 6 Mad Magazines for correct answers, 12 Mad Magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, or interesting answers. And that's what you're playing for, that Mad Magazine right there. So get a guess in GizWiz.biz. Do they have a month? Is it at the end of April? I think it's the end of April, right?
Yes, the end of this month. Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
don't have
10
much
days,
time.
like 9 days, whatever it is.
Yeah, not much time. So get a guess in GizWiz.biz. That wraps it up for our show. We will see you next week.
I'll be here.